Hello and welcome to Ageless Rock channel, where megalithic fans can see polygonal masonry from a polygonal perspective. Mendut Temple in Indonesia is yet another megalithic wonder that deserves more attention than what it is getting now. The central part of Java Island is very rich in megalithic temples. Today, I will show you the mysterious Mendut Temple in Mendut hamlet of Mungkit district in Magelang Regency of Central Java. According to archaeologists, this temple was built in the 9th century during the reign of King Indra of Sailendra dynasty. But when you read in details, the facts are cautiously written with no guarantee that it is 100% bulletproof evidence. Here is a little timeline of Mendut Temple. It was rediscovered in 1836. B. Kerjes and C. Denhammer did early survey for restoration. Excavation and restoration began from 1897 to 1904. In 1908, T. Van Erp continued restoration together with Borobudur Temple. Restoration was completed in 1925. This andesite temple has a shrine with a square base of 13.7 meters on all sides. The shrine sits on a platform 3.7 meters high, making the entire structure 18.95 meters tall. Mendut Temple is facing northwest and is 3.8 meters long and 25 meters wide. However, most sites you find on the internet will quote that this temple is 26.4 meters tall. I am very sure it is because of the missing stupa. The reconstructed roof currently is flat because there is no stupa on top of it. Currently, effort to put 48 stupas on the roof is being carried out, where there will be 24 stupas on bottom level, 16 on the middle level, and 8 on the highest level. It will definitely look more magnificent and complete than what it is now. In the center of Karang Hamlet, there is an interesting inscription. It is called Karang Tengah inscription. Karang is the name of the hamlet and Tengah means middle or center. Karang Tengah inscription was found about 50 kilometers north of Mendut Temple in the center of Karang Hamlet. It is dated to 824 AD. It was Karang Tengah inscription that J.G. de Kasparis believed that Mendut Temple was dated to 9th century. However, the connection between these two objects is not ironclad. An Indonesian historian by the name Slamet Muljana argued that the supposed King Indra was actually Rakai Panunggalan, who is the third king of Mataram Kingdom. Karang Tengah inscription mentions a sacred building called Venuvana was constructed. Venuvana means bamboo forest. Basically, it means there was a bamboo forest building somewhere. This sacred building was to place the cremated ashes of King of the Cloud. King of the Cloud is a reference to God Indra. So, from what I understand, archaeologists assume a tablet found 50 kilometers away that says Bamboo Forest Building is actually Mendut Temple. Then, they assume God Indra of Hinduism is actually meant to be King Indra of Sailendra. In fact, this is still open for debate because Soek Mono argued that it is not Mendut Temple but rather it is actually Ngawen Temple in Magelang Regency. The commonly used words are like assume, it is believed, probably, most likely, and words that show it is still open for debate. But when taught publicly, it sounds like 100% sure. So these 2 of 5 pieces of Karang Tengah inscriptions may have indicated the meaning of Venuvana as possibly Mendut Temple, which could be Ngawen Temple. The King of the Cloud reference to God Indra, which is assumed to be possibly King Indra, is believed to have his cremated ashes somewhere else. If archaeologists are wrong about the inscription, then the dating of the temple is wrong. But one thing cannot go wrong is the fact that Pawan Temple and Borobudur Temple are mysteriously related and we still have no clue. With or without the inscription, these three temples are undeniably connected, literally. These three are famous for being in a ley line. I pin Mendut in the center of the roof as if the stupa is still there, and pin Borobudur on the stupa, and all three are connected from stupa to stupa. Borobudur Temple is the largest Buddhist temple in the world. Why is Borobudur connected to Pawan and Mendut in a perfect straight line remains a mystery. These three temples, measuring from stupa to stupa, stretches 2.9 kilometers based on my pin on Google Earth. It is extremely difficult to get this straight line because this area was once a tropical jungle, and measuring a straight line on uneven terrain across the river is an uphill task. I don't think ancient Javanese cleared a tropical jungle so that they can get all three stupas lined up perfectly because it was fun. Today, these three temples are connected by modern road, but you have to walk 3.9 kilometers. Pawan Temple cannot reach Mendut Temple in a straight line because the terrain in red circle is going to make the connection harder by bridge. Modern road system going northeast uses a more gentle slope. Borobudur Temple sits approximately 265 meters above sea level. Pawan Temple is about 241 meters above sea level, while Mendut Temple is about 239 meters above sea level. It feels like Borobudur Temple is positioned to transmit signal or energy to Pawan Temple and Mendut Temple. But archaeologists say Mendut Temple is older than Borobudur Temple. I think to make a mini Mendut and then aim big Borobudur at 2.9 kilometers away at 26 meters higher ground level is more difficult than the other way around. If you think from an engineering point of view, it is very hard to have three stupas in a straight line 2.9 kilometers apart on uneven terrain. It cannot be a coincidence and definitely not for fun. For now, we just call the ancient Javanese astronomically highly advanced. I wish someone can do a research on the angle of temples and see if there is any interesting relation to sunrise or sunset on certain days. I'm pretty sure there is a mysterious alignment story in this layout orientation. Every year, Buddhists will celebrate Vesak Day with a parade starting from Mendut Temple to Borobudur Temple, passing through Pawan Temple. The pilgrimage will observe a full moon on May or June to celebrate the birth, enlightenment, and death of Gautama Buddha. When it was rediscovered, it was in ruin and covered by vegetation. Archaeologists say Mendut Temple was constructed before Borobudur Temple. It was the first to be constructed among the three. An old painting by a famous Indonesian artist by the name Raden Saleh shows that Mendut Temple was surrounded by trees after initial clearing of the area. Simple and unsophisticated Javanese lived here and knew nothing. Mendut Temple is relatively small compared to other big ones in Java Island. But this is still not a small project. Look at the amount of polygonal stones needed from an unknown bedrock. The possibility of abandoning it for whatever reason to the point no one remembers anything is very suspicious. Excavation is not over yet and reconstruction is still ongoing for other nearby monuments. It will be hard to expand the area as it is now surrounded by residential homes. Inside the main shrine, you can see three large statues. Statue of Buddha in the middle is 3 meters tall. On the left is Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara and on the right is Bodhisattva Vajrapani. There are many reliefs around Mendut Temple and the famous one is Goddess Hariti and her 500 children. There are still a few reliefs that no one knows what is the story. The base is also surrounded by Jaladwara with the head of beautifully carved Makara creature for water to flow out. I am not sure where are these monuments located, but there are other monuments around the temple that have no place to go for now. Look at the Buddha on a naga and a strange stairs structure. I wonder what is their story. One of the monuments I find very interesting is this temple with two makaras at the entrance. When I zoom in on the base of the structure, it has polygonal stones that resembles those commonly found at cyclopean walls. This proves it was done by the same mysterious unknown megalithic builders around the world. I hope this short presentation will give you an idea of the mysterious Mendut Temple in Central Java. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Sekian, jumpa lagi.